I actually came to a game 18 months ago. You know, as I said earlier, we've been on plenty of vacations over here to visit my son, and we got acquaintances, myself and Zoran, who knew each other, and I got invited to the game against Red Bull and really enjoyed the game. Charlotte were winners on the day 2-0, and it was a great atmosphere. You know, you could tell it was a community-driven club, you know, with the supporters, and I think that warmth and that feel never left me. So to answer your question, when the role came up, I was approached to see if I would be interested in the role, and I then done my due diligence and just spoke to my family, as I always do, and we felt that this could be a really good opportunity.
Who's a badass? She's a badass. Who's a badass? She's a badass.
Hey Dino, what's up, man? Welcome to Charlotte, dude. Man, we love you. Can't wait to see what you do on the pitch. Hopefully it won't be what Villa did to my Spurs, but you know, that's a whole nother story. But welcome to Charlotte. Man, we get some tea, maybe some crumpets, man, do an old English breakfast or something, man. Just hit us up. Love an interview.
Blood sausage.
Derrick Jones, if you're seeing this, Derrick Jones, I love you, man. I love you, right? You're the only midfielder I love.
No! Get off Capetti's nutsack! I told you! Get off his nuts! Capetti is a baller, insect. Just saying.
That big apple was a golden delicious, baby. Let's go!
Atlanta, we go over there. We killing you.
To marry me, you can.
Oh, that's kind of anyways, we'll skip right over that.
Anyways, delete that out of the video, please. My mom would be so disappointed.
TJ, I'm gonna have to hire you for photography. And ain't no TJ, it's JT.
You changed the name, man.
It's fine. It's boot room, aka where all the cleats are. You smell the airflow in here is really good. It smells really good. If they want to stretch their stuff out, get their workout on, bam.
We love Christian, Kalina.
I don't know. What can Marks do better?
Kalina is absolutely top notch. We're
Top
so
notch.
proud of him. We love him internally. Yeah, he did a great job.
Like when you go on Kalina's website, you give him like a 5-star Yelp review.
Absolutely, 100% every time.
Damn, I ain't got no interview or nothing. Anyway, over here at Queen City. CLTFC fans, by the fans, damn it.
Hey, George. I got it. Is it CLTFC Fan TV for the fans, by the fans?
Damn it.
Damn, Lee. I
What?
worked so hard to
On
put
what?
out new content. I asked you today at 3. Make sure you got the new intro. And there we are with Derek Jones and Capetti again.
All right,
Embarrassing me in front of my guest, who I booked, Christopher Mac McLean from WFNZ 92.7, The Fan. My personal favorite sports person around because I've been listening to you since I got here in like 2008. And hey, Matt, thank you so much for joining the show. What's up? This is CLTFC Fan TV.
What's up, Matt?
What's up, boys? It is a pleasure to be here. I've watched many an episode of you boys. Big fans of you guys. You do a great job. You bring the fan perspective to everybody, and it's awesome. And Lee, I got a hat on, a special hat for you today, Lee. All right, I know you're gonna like that hat, right?
Why'd you do it? Why'd you do it?
Is that the shit emoji? I can't really tell.
It looks like
hey, Lee, the fans did you a favor today. All right, they still away from Arsenal. I thought you liked them for that. Come on now, baby.
Well, I don't know exactly what you said because you froze on me, but I will say.
Mac's got that Waxaw Wi-Fi going.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's like a Waxaw with you and Cornelius now, Lee. It's like a northern versus southern Mecklenburg or whatever. Yes. Hey, Mac, I told Lee before this, I was like, I know Mac's an EPL fan. I don't know who he's a fan of. And he was quick to tell me that, Manchester United beat
Manchester City.
City beat the Spurs today. So
yeah. I thought that man was a professional. I thought he was a professional.
No, see, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Man. Well, when he's not in his studio downtown WFNZ,
yeah,
T-Bone and Fitty or Flounder or one of those guys, all the backup and the engineers.
Yeah.
When he has to do his shoestring like us. Hey, I'm sorry, Matt. We don't have any engineers here. We don't have any producers. We don't have all this backup to help you right now. No one can climb a tower.
Yeah, I'm very used to guys when something goes wrong at the radio station. I just ask the smart people. No one's here to help now with cracks. But anyway, hopefully it's better as the show goes along.
Well, we'll cross our fingers. You sound like a Transformers had too much to drink.
That's. Anyways, yeah, so City won today. Congratulations. Hopefully you win again Sunday, so that way you win the league, and then Arsenal do not. So here we go. We get that out the way. So we gave you the win. We gave you the win.
I like that.
Yeah. So let's talk about Charlotte,
man.
You're still real rough, Mac.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can get
do I need to change locations within the house? Let me try to change locations.
There you go.
Let's try to change locations within the house here, man. You know what I mean?
Hey,
maybe I got to get to the north side of the house, be closer to Lee.
Yeah,
there you go.
Willie P's even busting.
Is this better?
That's better, yeah.
That's a lot better.
Walk around the whole time.
All right.
You just walk around the whole time.
You want me to walk? My fat ass will wear out if I keep walking.
No,
all right, here we go. This might be better.
And hey, we have a fan of the week, and I picked it especially for you, Matt, because I know you like to peel off. So later on, we'll show you the fan of the week in Mac's honor.
All right, very
nice. This guy, man. Anyways, and he's the professional.
It's fine.
Hey, welcome back.
Oh my God, what a cluster F! Y'all never gonna have me on again after this crap.
Oh no, this is quality entertainment, Mac. We can cut this so many different ways.
Yeah.
Shit, man. Content is content is content. No, not again.
I know you are lefty. All right.
Yeah. This is yeah.
I think you're gonna have to sit beside the router.
Yeah. See, this is why last week I refused to do a live show, man. I did not want to be a Mac.
All right, let me go. I'm gonna sit right by the router. We're gonna hang out together here.
There you go. Hey. All right, so y'all know I usually got my 20 things to talk about because I'm the fan who don't know as much and I need to do more of my notes. but because Mac is almost about to celebrate his 20th year of being all over sports in Charlotte, North Carolina, I came up with my own list of 12 things to ask Mac. So as he goes in and out, I can just pepper it and maybe he'll figure it out. So I think this one's appropriate right now, Mac. Number 10, is Little Mac watching right now?
Yeah, Little Mac's over there doing his homework, and he is laughing at the ridiculous thing that this is right now.
All right, that's what I want to know. All right, so all the kids that are out there watching right now, because we love the youth, we are laughing along with you.
I'm just man. I'm laughing with everybody. Well, we're all laughing together, but yeah, it's pretty funny.
All right, Lee.
All right. But this is all about. Go ahead.
There we go, baby. Definitely. Let's do it, Lee. I was going to say, Lee, my internet. Who did my internet? Big. Is this like Spurs internet or something? It ain't working.
It ain't working. Yeah. Well, it's the end of the season, right? So, anyways, let's talk about Charlotte, man. A nice 1-0 victory last weekend, man. But Dino's got us back on track. We had what? Well, I don't consider Breck a DP player, so I like to say we don't have any DPs right now, because the rumor is right that we're going to buy down Breck with some TAM money, and then we'll have 3 DPs come this summer. Slots open, so
Diahare is technically a DP.
Yeah, I think it's more. Somebody could probably chime in on this. What's that?
I mean,
it's like a square circle.
So
it's purposes, right? Basically, but like Lee said, once they go out and hopefully add 2 DPs in the July window, then I have a feeling like Lee was talking, he's even more technical than I am. I will buy him down, and he will not have that designation anymore. I was at the game Saturday. My daughter loved it. I'm trying to get her into the beautiful game. And every time I take her to a Charlotte FC match, she starts to like soccer more and more. You guys know it, man. The live experience over at the bank is freaking amazing. You two are big parts of it. Lee probably yelling his damn lungs out while beer's being tossed on top of his head. So we had a blast. And I just thought the way I just love the defense under Dean Smith. When we have our true 4 back line, when it is Yaronin, Melanda, Privet, who I thought was great the other night, Byrne, when it's those guys along with Dean's system, I just have such a confidence. Like, I don't know how y'all felt, but that 1-0 lead, I mean, as good as Mukhtar was, he wasn't sniffing anything. Nashville wasn't sniffing anything, any legitimate chances. It's so different than what a 1-goal lead felt like last year when I wanted to light myself on fire while we were up by 1 goal late,
Yeah. No, I mean, you're right. I feel like, Abada is a DP anyways, but yeah. Like you were saying,
is. How the hell did we screw that up?
Well, because he wasn't playing last week. We beat them with DPs on the pitch.
There you go. That's a good technicality. Yeah. Good try. Yeah, I like that.
And just let it be known, I'm the one who represents the normal fan or the non-fan or whatever. I forgot that Abada was a DP. He's our highest paid ever, right?
Yeah.
$1 million a year or something?
Something like that.
Yeah.
$11 million or something. Maybe I forget the numbers. Anyways, but yeah, no, I was thrown off by Mac and his internet and city and all that mess. I don't know. There was a bunch of noise going on. There was a bunch of noise.
Don't call it out. It's been good for like 2 minutes now. Why are you going to say anything?
I don't know. Why not, right? So,
yeah, hell with it.
Like you said, Mac, I feel the same as you, man. Like, last year, if we were 1-0 up, right, it's like we like to say in England, at least, right, when it gets to that close to the end of the 90 minutes, it's that squeaky bum time, right? And you kind of just sitting there and you're like, man, we're going to leak a goal and, for whatever reason. But Dino, man, he's got him on. The back line is solid.
No doubt.
Shout Byrne. Byrne's back. Byrne helped the back line, right?
Yeah, Byrne's a stud. Now, having him back, it makes a difference. I thought Privet was amazing last week. I had a lot of late, whether it's interceptions, clearances. And I'll say this, Lee, our bums are no longer squeaky late in matches. All right. It's a good feeling to have an unsqueaky bum this year.
That's right. Well, it's not summertime yet, so there's not. Anyways, I'm getting.
All right. Let's leave it at that. All right. Let's leave it at that.
The key is
Little
not
Mac's
to put
listening over there. All right, he's impressionable.
The key is not. Hey, Little Mac. The key is not to put your ear up to hear the little bum squeaks. Don't listen for him. Know they exist, but don't listen for him.
Jeez.
Oh man, right now I'm hoping my internet goes out again, fellas, based on where this conversation's going.
You love it. You like it. You're like Brian Rabbit. You're like a rabbit in Rabbit Patch.
Yeah, like you said, man, I'm a big fan of Privet, man. I think he's probably my favorite player on the team right now. And, all you Bronico haters out there, man, I've had enough of it, man. That man has been under 3 coaches, still getting the love from all 3. He does all the dirty work that nobody else does for us, man. He slots in where he's needed.
No one's a hater. I don't think anyone hates Bronico.
No
one's like,
you stay off the socials. If you get on socials, you read all that mess.
Yeah, I know. Well, if you're on the socials, everyone's going to hate something no matter what, right?
Yeah, but not on my Bronico Privet, man.
The thing with Bronico is, sorry, fellas. Sorry. You're going to hate it. Now that my internet works, you ain't going to be able to get a word in edgewise. Ask T-Bone how that works.
Hey,
but anyway.
I know. That's the reason we got it. I exercised my mouth earlier just to try to make sure I could do it. Like when Willie P was on here last year, y'all are used to going segment to segment and going back and forth and knowing each other's timing. This ain't that.
Yeah,
so I'll jump on you.
No, it's definitely not that. We're going to make it work, though. We're going to make it work. As far as speaking of Willie P, Willie P has taken on all the haters league this week of Brant Bronico. Anybody wants some, go find the P-Man. He will stand up for the mayor. And I thought Willie P, talking to him about it, text forth on this. I think this clearly is a case of like games of Bronico games, right? And the game on Saturday was one of them, where against a team like Nashville, you're going to be in a defensive tight game, and one goal may win it. And so you want to go with, 3 basically defensive midfielders, right? Bronico was good for a game like that. There's going to be plenty of games where I think maybe Bronico doesn't fit, and then maybe you get Petkovic back out there. But I thought that he was perfect for that style of game. There's still a role for him, man. Even if some people, want to talk, we don't need stuff like that. There's still times I think he comes in very handy.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, right? I think he's that player. Yeah, I mean, he's not flashy by any means, right?
Well, he's an energy guy, and he's also, and he's in a place to have all that.
You know what, kids? If the kids are watching, man, and you need a role model, man, I think Bronico's a solid one to pick. He doesn't do anything crazy. He does nothing crazy off the other than the hair. That's questionable, man, because I think
all the bullets going, baby.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, to me, man, I think Bronico's a solid player, man, and I'll just leave it at that. And and also, Privet, man, you keep doing what you're doing. You're shutting down a lot of good players, and between you and Malanda, I think y'all are a solid pairing there in the central of the defense. So there it is. Yes, the grind set. So back to the game, man. The first half, I thought we were a little lackluster, right? We could have probably been 1-2-0 up. And then, the second half, Dino had his little conversation. Westwood had his tea, and then they came out and, Pat got his goal. Comments?
The first half. And listen, the beautiful thing about this team and the defense this team has is, especially at home, it's probably often not going to take much, right, from the attack. And that's a good thing because right now where the attack is at, needing to add probably a 10 and maybe another 9 now with Enzo on the way out, we're not going to win shootouts. But they just needed one. I will say this about the first half, Lee. They were in good positions and just wasted it felt like. Sloppy passing in the final third. I didn't think it was Vargas's best game. I thought he got in good positions and, maybe didn't have the end product that he often has. But again, I think the beautiful thing is when you can hold a team like Nashville to I think it was 0.15 XG, which is ridiculous. When you can shut a team down to where they don't sniff the goal at all, you don't need to do much, especially at home. It didn't take much. And then I thought Big Pat went beast mode in the second half, though, y'all, multiple times.
Yeah, no, he was solid. I mean, there were some clips that Charlotte FC actually put out there on Twitter and Instagram and all that, right? That showed him like, him just hustling and like just thinking if that was Capetti, and I don't want to get into the Capetti hate, but if that was Capetti, I feel like it would have been a flop and that would have been the end of the play. Well, Pat actually got up and continued on and fought for the ball. So, shout out to Pat too. And then he got his goal. So that makes it even better.
Yeah, when he makes the run with his size, it's almost like,
he's a lanky dude, man.
Going, yeah, it's like Max said, beast mode. It's like he'll do a turn on it. Granted, in the first half, he had that one ball played right to him and whatever. But you're right, in the second half, he turns it and just his size, once he gets that momentum going, I mean, he's just a beast, literally. And he didn't have to push off that defender. Him just running in his size, he just beat him out with his stride and his gait. And he's I was on the pitch before the game when they were doing their warm-up shots. He's a big dude. He's a big boy with a powerful leg.
He is a specimen. And I think Lee brought up a good point. Again, trying to resist my temptation to take shots at Enzo as he packs his bags and heads out. But Lee brought up a good point. Like, if Enzo takes contact like that, and I'm not saying Enzo doesn't work hard as hell and stuff like that, but like, would he have tried that call and get us a free kick, instead of just powering through? There were multiple times. I loves the contact. And I actually think, guys, I don't know what y'all think of this, for a while there, last year and the beginning of the year, I was so frustrated with the way that Ashman was being officiated because it felt like, because he's so big and strong, it felt like, his contact was being treated differently than guys of lesser size. I don't know if y'all agree with this. I feel like the refs are starting to figure it out and realizing he's just a big physical dude. You can't call every ticky-tack bit of contact he makes. I don't know if you guys think the same. It feels like they've adjusted to a bit refs.
I don't know. I mean, not to get into MLS reffing sort of
they were out. They were out. I mean, think about it that way. They hadn't been.
And it seems like a lot of the calls, at least that I see at the bank, man, are just soft and weak and always seem to go against us. But, that's why I try not to curb that during the fan interviews on the streets. Like, I don't really want to get into the discussion. But, like, to your point, though, right? Yeah. But then, when Enzo got kicked in the head the other week, they didn't call it, So it's like, I don't know. The refs are something else in MLS.
No. He gets kicked to the head.
It's rough. It's rough.
He scores for the first time of the season, and then it's like, and then he's out. I mean, it's like,
and then he's going.
It's almost comical. It's almost like, if you did it quickly, like on a TV show, it's like, oh shit, I scored. I gotta go home now. It's just like it worked out.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Y'all, do y'all get the impression that Enzo not only got kicked in the head and didn't get a call, which was ridiculous? Do y'all get the impression that Enzo could get hit with a baseball bat on the pitch and he would not get a call? Like, I just feel like the refs are like, that dude is wine for every call. He ain't getting cracked.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely had a this motherfucker type thing. It's like, what are you doing?
But I think he brought it on himself, though, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're like, this motherfucker again.
I feel like the MLS even changed the rules to because of Capetti, right? If you go down, you go off for 2 minutes. So I was just tired. I was just too. Yeah, see, I'm with this. He just went down too easy, too much, too soon. So
that's the past. That's the past.
What happened to Mac?
That's right.
He's trying to catch water dripping from the ceiling.
Yeah, water dripping from the ceiling, huh? Yes. So,
hey, Matt, I'm going to ask you a question.
That's a positive.
We lost you on that. You went transformer mode on that one, Max.
Something about positive.
I know.
Positive. Oh, okay, well, that's number 11. Your impressions of Tepper. You've met him personally a couple times, I believe. I've talked to the man and hung out. Oh no, Tepper took him out.
That's it, man.
He's like, listen, man. If you ask me anything about Tepper, I can't do it no more. I gotta be gone.
Yes. I told the guy Elliot in the chat, man. Like, there's no way for you to come on the show. We don't have it set up that way. So, any comments, questions, or anything, just put in the chat. Otherwise,
we only can do chat stuff because we keep the phone line every once in a while working, but it's expensive and not too many people call.
Yes, that's true. I was going to add Mac back. So
I know. I see him just trying to.
I don't know what's going on with it. Look, we're just adding back so other people. Hey, there he is. So, but if you're new to the show, hit the sub button for us, hit the like button. All you regular OGs, man, we appreciate it, man. So let's go Charlotte. But yeah, man. So, on to Chicago, man. Road game. Charlotte seems to suffer with these road games, man. We went to New England and, it was a chance to get that monkey off our back, if you will, right? We go up there, there's a little rain. Pat at the time misses a basically wide open goal, and we lose. And so now we're going to Chicago. Other than the weather, I'm not sure what the weather's like.
What's the weather going to be? I was wondering that too.
Yeah, man. Mac, are you a weatherman?
Let me see. Oh, I looked it up on my internet. Doesn't work, fellas. I don't know what the weather's going to be. By the way, do you guys think Tepper has? Do you think Tepper cut my internet? Because JT just asked me what I thought of David Tepper, and all of a sudden that thing went out for a good 2 minutes straight.
You think? And then then he turns it back up. He's like, let him have more power. Let's see what he has to say now.
I'll say one thing before we go to Chicago and our road concerns. One thing I will say about Tepper from a Charlotte FC standpoint, I mean, I won't go on and on about the Panthers. Lord knows I do that enough on my day job. But from a Charlotte FC fan standpoint, I will say this about Tepper, is he does not – it appears, and from what I know, in what's going on the side of football. Gosh, there it goes. Okay, we're back. He's an American football fan in Pittsburgh, and I think he thinks he's an American football expert. Soccer, I think he let Zoran and company do their thing. So I think Charlotte FC fans are the luckier of the two between them and the Panther fans.
Yeah, I think I understood what you were saying there, and I agree with that. For the Charlotte FC, Tepper does seem to be more stand-offish and let Zorn run it. But then that gets into the question, man, of, it gets to the question of, does Tepper, let Zoran go? Or, because if we have a shit season this year, so, I don't know how it is, man. So, I don't know. Tepper, I appreciate him. That's a lot going on tonight, man. Yeah. Hey, meet us outside the stadium, inside the stadium, or whatever. Introduce yourself, man. We appreciate you taking care of us there, buddy. I'll definitely buy me a Modelo. So, yeah, it is Tepper. Tepper.
No, use your natural accent, Lee. Your
man, it's a lot.
Your London English. London English middle class 17-year-old Huntersville now Cornelius accent.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on around here, man. I don't know. We take a couple of weeks off so we can move in. We got to keep bringing Mac in because Tepper keeps kicking him out, man.
This is horrible. I'm sorry, fellas. This is crap.
No. This is great. It couldn't be better.
This is you, man.
We know Tepper watches us every once in a while, for sure, the fan reactions. But at the same time, this is great. This is proving me a lot of conspiracy theories. We got proof now.
I'm glad someone's enjoying it. JT's always there for a good shit show. You know what I mean? I figured he'd like this crap.
Yes.
That's true. I do like it. I'm highly entertained by it. Hey,
go ahead.
Mac, I got another question for you while you're still allowed to be on here. So I know that, and I think this will help. It will turn it back up. We had Joe LeBou on here earlier in the season, the president of Charlotte FC. A really cool guy, gracious with his time, coming on this. And I know he's with the Panthers before. And again, you've been around for so long. And I saw you talking with him at that one event. Joe LeBou, just quality stuff. I mean, what are your impressions of him?
Oh, he's a great guy, man. Great guy. And here's the thing, though. I'm not smart enough to know what he does on his day-to-day job. You know what I mean? If I was the guy, if I was the president of the team heading up the business side, we'd be screwed. So He's way smarter than I am. But you guys know this, man. Just a great dude. And there's so many great people over there. That's one thing I do want to say about Charlotte FC. And I know I'm going to come across as like a kiss ass here or whatever. But there are so many great people working over there in so many different capacities on the field, staff, business side, PR, marketing. I just have a soft spot for them big time.
Yeah.
I love them, and I want good things for them over there so badly. Also, guys, I'm sure y'all can relate to this too. As someone who really has fallen in love with soccer, and it's really been the last 7 years for me, falling in love with soccer. Once my son started playing it, I got so involved. I started coaching it. I can't get enough of watching any form of soccer now. So I want success for our soccer club in Charlotte, right? I want people that maybe aren't big soccer fans to embrace it and give it a shot and realize, holy crap, those supporters don't stop singing all game. This is unlike anything else I went to. So I like Joe a lot. I like so many people over there. And I know you guys can relate to this. It's personal, right? When you become, and again, I'm way later to the party probably than someone like Lee, but in terms of the sport, but like when you love this sport, you want other people to start to experience it and feel the same way too,
Yeah. Hey, that's number 7. The feel of the CLTFC community to you, Mac. And you just pretty much put it out there. It's our team. And that's what I love saying to the kids and stuff that come up. It's such a brand new team, and it's ours. And besides Tepper, and we love LeBou, but whatever, people will come and go. The players will definitely come and go, whatever. But this is our team. And because it's the little brother of the Panthers or whatever, it's like a gym that's so much fun. And to be in there, and it's in the diversity and the include whatever, it is such a great time. And the whole party atmosphere, and they market the party atmosphere. Let's have a party. It's just good times and good stuff, and you're in and out, and I just love what we are setting up with our team, and I'm glad you're right there along with us.
Oh, definitely.
Now, I will say, Charlotte FC has been very welcoming, at least to us two. We're just two clowns with a camera, right? And to be honest,
yourself, man.
I was talking about me and Mac.
Exactly. Yeah, that's fair.
Why defensive? Like, we touched the nerve there, did we, JT?
Yeah, because you ain't never got a camera.
That's right.
You never put the red nose on. I'm always the one with the white makeup and the fucking red nose, but no.
What's the thing when you start I don't know what I'm trying to do.
For the fannies, by the fannies.
That's right. But no, I will say, again, not to like you said, Mac, sound like a kiss ass, but Charlotte FC, the front office has been very welcoming to us, giving us access, and all the other fan media as well. And some folks are actually taking it on now to be a living. So thanks to the club for allowing that to happen. And again, the more we can get the content out, the more we can grow the community. The players are very welcoming and want to listen. I bug the hell out of them a lot, and they respond. And so, kudos to Charlotte FC, man. I mean, they realize that, from a fan perspective that, we are the ones that sort of are the club, right? And so, and like we said earlier, Teppa seems to be more uninvolved in it than he is on the Panther side, which puts more, I guess, pressure on Zoran, I guess, right? Since he's sort of the head honcho, between him and Joe, right? I know Joe does probably the business side and Zoran more of the actual team side, but, that goes to question, if we struggle, which I don't think we are going to this year, is this Zoran's last year, or when do we give that sort of ceilings?
Yeah.
For Zoran, right?
The transfer window in July is going to be huge for Zoran, right? Because like we were talking about, you have those 2 DP slots. I think you have clear needs. I mean, I've been whining about, everybody has, but we've been whining about wanting that creative force at the 10 spot, since the inception. I know we're only in year 3, but it's something that they have never had. I thought Carroll did a decent job at it, when he would play with Enzo and kind of drop back to a 10. But, they need to find that, our version of a Mukhtar or, an Acosta. We need that sort of guy. And I really hope. I know the one thing I'll say, though, Lee, that gives me hope is they really have been aggressive in the offseason, right? Like the Diani signing was a great kind of low-key signing. The Abada one, as you guys talk about, that's the priciest purchase ever for the club. And there were multiple other players that they went big on in terms of offers. And you know, it takes two to tango. Well, it really takes three parties to tango, right? The player and both clubs. So I believe they will throw money around in July. And I hope we get two DPs, at least one DP. But don't you think that will be like what they do in July will affect what our attack is like in the second half of the season and will definitely affect how Zoran's perceived, right?
Yeah. I mean, you touched on some
throw that money,
right? I mean, I think Diani is a solid pickup, right? You know, that was done on the offseason. You know, and personally, I think with Capetti gone, right, it's, you know, like you said, I feel like they had to say, all right, if we're letting Capetti go this early, somebody's coming in giving us a decent offer for him. Let's get him off the book so that way when we come back, we can definitely get, you know, have those DPs. We definitely need a 10, in my opinion. Now, what we do with the 9 is really going to be interesting. You know, do we just buy a backup for Pat if Pat's firing, or do we just hope that Pat can get us through the month of May and June and then get us into, you know, to the transfer window? But then again, right? I mean, time you get the transfer done and the player gets his visa and everything else, hell, we could be looking all the way to August.
Yeah, that visa stuff's crazy.
That takes a little bit of time, no doubt about it. But I'm psyched, man. I'm psyched. Although, Lee, you were hitting on it earlier, and I think it was the 14th time that my internet went out. So I'll circle back because you were trying to get there, and my internet screwed us. Oh, okay, more than 14. All right. The road worries, though. Like 2 great home wins, we're feeling good, but now it's like crap. Now we go on the road where we got 1 stinking point. Yeah. But Chicago, I mean, Chicago is so damn gettable. I'm not making any predictions. Anybody that listens to my show on WFNZ knows when I make predictions, right, JT? It usually goes horrible for the local team if I predict something good. But it's like
change that. No curse. This is a whole new world.
Okay.
Fan media. And then this is a whole different thing, man. It's progress. The world's changing. But yes, continue on your story of history.
The point, there's 3 points are gettable tomorrow, Lee. Or am I naive to say that because of how bad we've been on the road?
You know, well, again, right? I mean, Charlotte's going to Charlotte, right? You know, for whatever reason, we play at home, we play good, and then we go to the, you know, the away games and we struggle. Like Chicago's there for the taking, right? It's just a matter of do we do it, right? So
it reminds me of that New England game.
Yeah.
And the coach, you know, talked shit.
Oh, yeah.
And Dean came back about it with a little shit. And it was a nasty day, and they beat us. They've only won 2 games.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm stoked about it.
I think we're gonna. Well, you know, what's your prediction, JT, for tomorrow night?
The funny thing is, I keep on thinking about LA and Saturday, and you never want to think past it. But it's like, all right, we're playing tomorrow night. It's just, you know, I'm still getting used to the MLS schedule.
And we're going to do a watch along, by the way.
Oh, shit, right. Yeah. So, hey, we're doing our first watch along of the whole season. Just jump on in here. We'll hang out. We'll have some fun. Go CLTFC. Anyway, I'm saying 3-1 CLTFC.
Yeah, 3-1. Interesting. Yeah, somebody posted it earlier, man. I think it's going to be 1-1 us. So that's what I'm going with.
I was thinking 1-1 too. I like the way Lee phrases it better. I was just going to say a 1-1 draw. I like the way Lee phrased it. Yeah, maybe we should go draw. Maybe I shouldn't get ambitious and ask for all 3 points on the road. Maybe I ought to just would you guys, Lee, would you take a draw like right now if it was offered to you? Would you take it?
Yeah. I'm definitely going to I would take a draw, right? Because for whatever reason, like it'd be super awesome if we could get a win and get that monkey off our back, man. But then, you know, like I said, Charlotte is going to Charlotte, man. So, you know, but yeah, I'm going 1-1 us, man.
All right. I'm with you on the 1-1. That Chicago attack is terrible, man.
Yeah.
If our defense can play the way it's capable of doing, which, as JT was alluding to with the New England game, it often doesn't. And our attack often completely disappears on the road.
Yeah.
It's there. It's there for the taking, but I'm kind of with Lee. I will just go safe with a draw. I'll go safe.
Yeah, and real quick, Greg, man, swing by, man, bring Paulie, man. We'll all just sit around and watch the game while we do a watch along, man. So yeah. And how do you know I have a sister? You know? Anyways.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I met her, but I didn't know she was your sister.
Yeah. Anyway, so moving on, right? Then Saturday we need to beat LA, right? And to talk about LA, we do have our friends from LA Galaxy, man. From
yes.
Edgar, man. You always jump in and hang out and chat in the comments and promote us as much as you do, man. So we appreciate that. So LA Galaxy Saturday at the Bank, man. Our first ever a game at home, right, was against you guys, and
yes, sir.
We lost that 1-0, but tell me, man, what you think about the Saturday game.
Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you so much for helping us get rid of Chris Klein. Charlotte FC is known for retiring coaches, GMs, so thank you so much. The team has been all that better since then. So that was a huge thing you guys did for us. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and we do want to say how much we do appreciate you having good internet coming on the show, man. Some of our guests have terrible internet, man.
Hey, I'm going a good 6 minutes in a row right now, damn it.
There we go. See? Also, you see that beautiful jersey that Mac is wearing? I want to say congratulations
yes,
to all the Charlotte fans for winning that best MLS kit of 2024 tournament.
Yeah.
I do a kit ranking every year, and then afterwards I'm like, hey, if you don't like my opinion, let's see what you guys think. And I put them up for vote in a tournament style. And this year, Charlotte FC won. I feel like I gotta give you guys a trophy or at least a certificate. Maybe throw in a pair of vouchers for some In-N-Out burger or something.
Yeah.
Man, Edgar, we don't have In-N-Out burger around here. What are you talking about?
You know what though? I heard we're gonna get a Bojangles out here, man.
Shit.
Straight up, dude.
You
some tasty.
Yeah, I was telling my wife, she's like, "No way!" I'm like, "Man, I'm gonna be there for some biscuits and some sweet tea. That kind of sweet tea that when you drink it, like a minute later, you can see through walls. You guys know what I'm talking about."
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So there's a question for you, David. Edgar, from David. How do Galaxy do when traveling across country?
That's a good question because it's one of the topics I wanted to talk about. This year, through 7 away matches, Galaxy have only lost 2, but they haven't scored in their last 2 matches on the road. In both of those matches, Galaxy was missing their forward, which is Dejan Jovelic, who just made his return over the weekend against RSL, but he wasn't able to be much of a factor. So far, this team is a lot better on the road than last season. And in case you're wondering, at home, they're undefeated, just barely, thanks to Miguel Berry sneaking one in at the last second there.
Yeah. So you think you got a good chance against the Saturday then? What you're saying is, because what I would like to say is I believe it's we've been undefeated in 16 out of the last 17. And I won't say we're on a 2-game win streak. So just throwing it out there.
Yeah, it's a strange relationship between Galaxy and Charlotte, though, because, we beat you guys at home and then you guys came and beat us here at home. So I don't know. It's something's got to give, right? And like you said, I always tell people, like I come on your show sometimes, and in the chat, and then I'll go visit some other shows from other podcasters. And a lot of times they'll talk about predictions and then they predict Charlotte. And I'm like, y'all can't sleep on Charlotte at home, man. They're really good at home. You gotta watch out for them when they're playing at the Bank. So this is not lost on me. I know Galaxy is gonna be coming off a match on Wednesday night against Minnesota, who's very good.
Minnesota's actually shining.
Is that away or home, Edgar?
That's in Minnesota. It's going to be at Allianz Field. So Galaxy is on the road after a tough match. This 3 consecutive hard matches: RSL, Minnesota, and Charlotte. Both those last 2 on the road. So Galaxy is going through the grinder. These are the kind of games that either make or break a team, I feel. But to me, it's felt like every game has been a test for these guys from the very beginning. And that's what happens when you've been pretty lousy for the last decade or so. But this year, it seems that they step up when you least expect it. Even the last game, they were down 2-0 at the half, and they clawed and scratched their way back for a draw. So they continue to surprise me. I'll give my prediction. Go ahead.
Western Conference seems to be a lot weaker this season than it did last, and East seems to be like a really dogfight. And somebody actually threw a question out there, like saying, "What does Chicago have to do to soften up Charlotte for the Galaxy?" You know?
Oh man, hey, that's our buddy Nick from the Glass House Soccer out in Chicago. What did the Chicago have to? I mean, you guys just beat up on Charlotte, I guess. I mean, one thing LA Galaxy is one of the weaknesses this team has is that a lot of the ball goes through Ricky Puig, who, if you can push him around and get under his skin, that's one advantage that you have. So if Charlotte's all beat up and then they're like, we don't want to go and scrap with the Galaxy, then they give him space, then that helps a lot. So I'm hoping Chicago was in there and like, roughs up Charlotte just a little, nothing too crazy, no steel chairs, no throwing you off the Titantron. no rock bottoms or stunners, There you go, Big John Stud. Yeah,
Big John Stud. That's what I'm talking about. Old school.
Yeah.
Stars on the legs.
Look at that. Is that the old thumb wrestler?
No. This is the OG. Whatever. I got the thumb wrestler too, though. If I had to go with it, what? You got the thumb wrestler as well? Oh shit, JT, you're crazy.
Yeah, man, that's fucking cool.
Hey, Edgar, I want to ask you though, because we've talked about this before. Almost any player in any league anywhere does not travel nearly as far as you would in the MLS. So because they're in whatever countries in Europe or whatever. The idea that you're in LA and you're going midweek to Minnesota, and then coming back and then going all the way over here, that to me, seems to be a really big advantage because it's a back-to-back, that far away. There's got to be players on your team that still is like, holy shit, I'm on a plane in pressurized air for 4.5 hours and it's 3 hours earlier. Jet lag is real, whatever.
It's absolutely, you're absolutely correct. Galaxy has historically had a difficult time playing on the East Coast. And I've noticed that throughout the years, for some reason or other, the league will put the LA Galaxy on a Sunday match, like at noon on the East, where Sunday, at noon, these guys are, it's 9 a.m. our time. These guys are just barely getting up, right?
Yeah, right.
And so, fortunately, hopefully, actually not fortunately, hopefully the guys would be a little bit more acclimated to, heading out there. But I know this time of the year, it's starting to get kind of humid down there, right? So
it's not too bad. This is actually a pretty good time of the year to come to Charlotte if you want to talk back.
Okay.
Yes,
but it's still the day, but it's important all day. So, Mac, what do you think about all this, man?
Well, first of all, least shocking thing that I've learned about y'all is that JT has toys. That's the least shocking thing that I've learned. All right. I figured that would happen. I must say to Edgar, even though I would like to see Ricky P roughed up on Saturday night, I must admit he is my favorite non-Charlotte FC player to watch. I know FC fans don't want me being nice to the opposition this week, but he is absolutely amazing to watch, the creativity, how smooth he is in the midfield. I'm not going to like him on Saturday, though, Edgar, but I had to tell you that.
Well, good thing you bring him up because that's another thing I wanted to talk about as Ricky Puig. He holds on to the ball a lot more than some Galaxy fans would like. If you talk to Galaxy fans, if you talk to like 10 Galaxy fans, half of them will be like, I love this guy. He's the most amazing thing since forever. And the other half are still kind of like, not completely sold on him. He's still kind of raw. He shows signs of he's got some working to do with his
right. You're gonna have, like you said, fans are gonna either like him or love him or hate him, right? And
yeah. I mean, the biggest reason of that, in my opinion, right, we're very critical of him on our show. We give him his plaudits, right? When he does well, we give him his roses, right? But we're also very critical. Like he is like a volume passer, so when he gets in a mood, he'll just attempt every highlight reel, long range pass he can to try and get somebody running. But when he does get one, you'll definitely see it on social media. You guys will see it like, oh my God, look at what he did. He looks fantastic, right? But what you don't see, and you might get to see on over the weekend, is when those passes end up as turnovers or they just miss their target, which happens more often than we'd like to think. So just keep an eye on that. He likes to get the ball somewhere like deep in the midfield, and he has to carry it up. And sometimes the teammates will be waving at him like, hey, I'm wide open. And he'll just carry the ball. And there'll be like three guys like, waiting with billy clubs waiting for him. And teammates will be like, I'm wide open. And he'll run right into the guys with the billy clubs, So it's something that's a little frustrating.
Edgar, this is me being the somewhat ignorant fan. My boy's name is Ricky Puig.
Yes, sir. Yeah. He's from
Catalonia. Edgar. I cannot wait to Ricky Puig. Anyway, I'm just gonna have to.
Yeah, it's interesting because here in LA a few years ago we had a baseball player from Cuba named Yasiel Puig. So everybody was like Puig, and then you got this kid coming over, but then he's from Catalonia, the Catalonia region of Spain. So they pronounce things differently. So instead of Puig, it's Puig. So like Ricky Puig. It's like, okay.
That's why I'm glad, we got Dean Smith as our
Hey, turn to Dean Smith to Carolina.
Oh man, we keep messing up. That's it. Zorn, if you're watching, man, I need like a Ricky Bobby or something name, something easy to just something easy to pronounce.
The team put out how to pronounce the names of players. And whatever. They had someone, I don't know if you ever heard it, Mac, but they had someone that this year they put out like literal audio files of how to pronounce it, not just writing it phonetically. So I'm like, all right, let's just call him. Hey, that's why we call him Pat. I meant to say that earlier. So from now on,
Big Pat, baby.
It's not Ajuman, it's Pat. We're just going to call him Pat.
It's just Pat, baby. Big Pat. By the way, Edgar, I will say this, and I hear what you're saying. I will say this, though. I side with one of the commenters, Charlotte FC fans. If you want to just leave him here on Saturday night, Ricky, in Charlotte, we take him. Because we have not, and I get your point about he tries to pull everything off, right? But, we haven't had that maestro in the midfield in our short history, So you just leave him here for us, man.
Yeah, I think that's the other aspect about him that a lot of fans are don't realize how talented he is, right? Because he is talented. It's there. It's just it's frustrating to see him go through, I guess, these growing pains, right? Because players they're not magnificent overnight. It takes time and they'll make mistakes as they're going along. And so we're watching him and he's making mistakes, but when he's good, he's good. And a lot of times, I think fans are a little spoiled out here. They're like, "Oh God, why can't he just be fantastic right out of the box?" It's like, no, man, give him some time. The guy's young, and by the time we get to the finished product, he's going to be a club legend for sure. So hopefully, he stays here a lot longer than we expect him to. I heard his contract expires at the end of 2025. But he might have signed an extension recently. I haven't really heard the details of it.
We can throw you some of the MLS cryptocurrency, man. All that funny money. But yeah, and to the name pronunciations, I still haven't really got this, so I just call him Brett.
Diagere.
Yeah, I'll never be a professional, man. I'll always have to.
Really, Lee, you'll never be a professional.
That's almost as surprising as JT having toys.
There's another player
I got some toys that shoot lasers too, Mac.
And we got Privet to handle anything that you guys want to throw at us up top, man. So yeah, we got it, man. But
so another guy I wanted to bring up because I'm sure people will ask about him is Joseph Paintsil, who came from Genk in Belgium. He was playing for Ghana in the AFCON, the African Cup of Nations, before he came over to LA Galaxy. The guy, right from the beginning of the season, he made an immediate impact to the point where he was being considered for one of the candidates for MVP of the league. That was like 5 or 6 games in. Since then, he's kind of cooled off a bit. He continues to run really hard. but he's been kind of ineffective in his last 3 matches. I don't know if it's the fact that they have to travel really long distances. Maybe he's just not used to that. But he bottomed out against RSL over the weekend to the point that they took him out of the game early, and afterwards he posted a public apology to fans. But he's somebody that at any given moment, if he gets the ball, he will absolutely burn you. He'll beat you on the corner and then hit straight for the 6, and either he'll take the shot or he'll dish it off to somebody who got loose. Another player you guys should look out for is our Brazilian left wing, Gabriel Beck. He is a guy who was playing for one of the better teams down in Brazil, and he was also playing for the Brazilian Olympic team. But he kind of seems to have regressed a bit himself. The team got him. What's that?
I was going to say, you know what, Edgar? I didn't mean to interrupt here. You were throwing some valid points here, but you're kind of talking like you're going to come into Charlotte and get the W, man.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, these guys, they're good, but they've kind of regressed. The thing I was saying about Peck was that the team got him because he is the kind of guy that attacks the box. You give him the ball, he attacks the box. But in the last few matches, we've noticed that he gets the ball, he looks ahead, and then just passes it back. So we don't know what's going on. So that's something that's kind of weird. Like I said, and they went from scoring a bunch of goals to, like, in the last 3 games, they've only scored a couple. And one of them was like just a squeaker at the last second. So they kind of struggled with that.
So what do you think? You're coming into Charlotte, right? What?
Sure.
I guess, what day is it?
Gosh, I know a lot of fans have been telling me, Edgar, we got to get a dub. We got to get a dub against Charlotte because we're not going to get it against Minnesota. I'm sorry, JT. I'm sorry, Lee. I got to be a heel, man. I got to be a heel coming in here. I'm expecting a 2-1 Galaxy victory here. So
victory.
We're talking more wrestling, huh? Let's see if I can get
sir.
Edgar, we should put a friendly bet on this, man. Something. We need to put something on it. I don't know what it is. Maybe I can send you a scarf from a supporters group or something.
Send him some sort of Bojangles sauce that he cannot get even when it comes out there. There'll be certain sauces that he will have no access to.
I put that shit on everything.
I put that shit on everything.
Well, you guys know I also come out to Charlotte a lot. Like I said, my wife, she was raised in the Triangle, so I go out to North Carolina often, and then I've been to Charlotte several times. I have a good friend who lives out there, and now I know you two guys too. So there's a lot of good reasons for me to keep coming back to North Carolina. And if you guys promise me, if you guys give me that sauce after the Galaxy wins, I'll definitely be there to pick it up.
I ain't giving you no sauce.
That's some damn sauce you think you're getting there, buddy. But no, I don't know. What's famous to LA, man? Like food wise, sauce wise.
Well, health wise. I mean,
plastic surgery. Give us a free plastic surgery from out there in LA. All right.
It's looking a little crooked up here.
Oh gosh, there's so much out here. I mean, there's so much food, man.
Actually, hold on. This is a good segue. Earlier today on Mac's show, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday on WFNZ.
There you go.
92.7, no longer 6 a.m. Anywho, he asked the new coach of the other football team in town where he's been eating. And I thought to myself, Mac, you've been here for 20 years. Where is one of your favorite places? Where do you like to go to eat beyond Bojangles and Mickey D's?
I like to eat everywhere. If you can see the gut here. That's proof. I basically, there's not a place I will not eat at.
There's got to be some. Give something a shout out to Waxhaw or something.
You want to know New York Butcher Shop I just had this week, amazing steaks. That's one of our sponsors. So that's kind of shameless. You know what my favorite place of all time in 2 decades of being in Charlotte is Price's Chicken Coop, man. Our old office, our old radio station studios were literally a block away. Right. And that is a place. That and Fat Burrito, they were right there next to each other, and they're gone now, man. But those are 2 of my all-time freaking favorites in Charlotte.
Isn't that some shit though? That Price's Chicken Coop's gone, Fat Burrito's gone, and our bellies are still here. What's up with that, man? What the hell?
But you know whose bellies
Take
are
it all with you. Hey, listen. We don't have much time left. We have a fan of the week.
And they don't. Oh.
Oh, I just wanted to say this because this is we have a fan of the week, and in honor of Mac cooking that butcher shop, Mac likes to peel off. He likes to take that shirt off. We had older gentleman we have a younger gentleman who always comes in there. He has to take his shirt off because he's young and he works at the stadium. So he shows up late. He takes his shirt off. I'm like, dude, just bring another shirt. Whatever. So an old dude like us, Mac, a.k.a. a gorilla bear, as the young buck calls him, showed up.
I saw that.
And if you can please play this in honor of Mac grilling and cutting the grass with that shirt.
I will. I just want to say, y'all got to see the fan reactions tomorrow. Y'all were
Is this going to be a new thing, the Gorilla Bear Challenge?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe so.
This is before. This is after.
This
is early when you're young.
Yeah, it happens.
Strong, and this is when you're.
I'm so strong. This guy's a
gorilla
bear.
You want some push-ups? How many push-ups do you want? You want 20?
Gorilla bear.
You want 20? You want 20?
Yeah, 20 right
Let's
now.
go.
His stomach.
Let's go.
So, like the game, what you really think about the game? You think the game was a good game, like first half?
That game was amazing.
Second half?
That game was amazing, man. That game was amazing. I'm out of breath. I'm doing pretty good for my age. I'm 40.
I love that he got up and he's like, you saw me pushing Lee in his back. His back is like, dude, interview him while he's doing push-ups.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I was to the point of I don't know what's going on anymore, man.
Yeah, so the fan reactions will drop tomorrow, one day late.
Yeah. So real quick, Eka, give me the your score prediction then for Saturday.
Oh, yeah, that's what I said. I said 2-1 Galaxy, baby.
2-1 Galaxy. All right, fair enough. Mac, you want to do 1-1 us again?
No, hell no. We're at home. It's a fortress. That's 2-1 Charlotte. Take that, Edgar.
Yeah.
I love how Mac laughs like that after he predicts.
Yeah. So, JT, what do you think Saturday?
In honor of Mac and his 20 years, I'm throwing down 2-1 as well. I'm with you. I'm with you, bud.
Yeah, I see like a 3-2 sort of thing, but I'm gonna go 1-1. So there we go. But undefeated.
Lee, though, you're not going to be there.
Now it's gonna be the first game ever at home that I'm going to miss, man. And I'm kind of having like buyer's remorse here. So, but it is what it is. JT, you'll hold it down for me, I'm sure.
Well, when you buy a $3 million sailboat that you personally have to sail from Florida to New York City, I mean, that's what happens.
Yeah, well, I mean, I bought as many PSL tickets as I could possibly buy. And so now it's like, all right, well, it's just a tax write-off is what it is. But anyways, but yeah, you know what though, Mac, before we go, man, and I don't know the story of this, and you can take as much time as you need, man. But I know you guys had a buddy on your show at MFG. I believe his name was Mark, maybe.
Yeah.
Gastonia.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, tell the people a little bit about him, man, because I know he touched y'all's lives a lot. So go for it.
Yeah, I saw Dave just comment on Mark. I'm glad to hear that. I can't talk enough about him. And by the way, real quick, I just want to say this. Lee is not going to be there Saturday. It's now 4-1 Charlotte. All right. Now that Lee's not there, I feel even better about things. I'm just kidding. All right. Anyway, Mark from Gastonia, man, this guy is the most unique cat that you will ever encounter. I mean, some of the strangest, most bizarre, but yet funny sports takes you'll ever hear. The Southern drawl is absolutely beautiful was beautiful to listen to. The costumes, Lee, that he would show up in at all the WFNZ remotes. And I mean, he'd show up at bars for remotes. He'd show up at like cell phone stores, grocery store. He'd show up at the most boring WFNZ station events ever. He'd be the only fan there. God bless him. He's loyal. Once you show him love and put him on the radio, you know, and say nice things about him, he's loyal to you for life. And we lost him on Sunday due to cancer. And I can't say enough about all the local sports teams, all the sports figures around here, and just regular fans. You know, like Dave just sent a nice little message that have showed him and his family love, man. It's been amazing to see, and I know he felt the love in his last couple of months on this earth.
That's good, man.
Didn't he? I think I saw him. I met him once or twice, but I think I saw him one time. I was out by the airport, and he was in a Batman costume, driving one of those like 3-wheel things or something.
Yeah, his slingshot, and I don't know if did you see it at the time? He souped it up like it was the Batmobile.
Yeah.
So he had the Batmobile, and then he would put on the Batman costume. I will say this though, his physique, fellas, not necessarily good with the Batman costume. Like, I didn't know how to tell him that. You know what I mean? I just kind of went with it. And every now and then I have to hide my eyes. But his physique, much like mine, didn't really work with the spandex and stuff. You know what I
mean? He was a little more smaller of stature, and with the open air of the slingshot, which is those crazy whatever. Because I just saw it driving, and I swear I could see like it rippling, you know, like it had a pad, like the whole thing and everything. And I was like, holy shit, I think that's Mark from Gastonia.
Yeah,
I heard, and I was like, who's this crazy guy driving around like that?
Yeah, Celebration of Life is this Sunday, is what Alicia's telling us.
Yeah, Sunday afternoon, 3:00. And I know there'll be a ton of people there that love them, man. This whole city, damn near the whole city, fell in love with them by the end. By the way, JT, I don't know if you heard T-Bone tell the story today about when he was driving that slingshot and it started pouring down raining on him, and you know those things have no cover, right? Yeah. He pulled into someone's driveway and their garage was open. He just said, I'm going all the way into this empty garage. Some dude came out and said, what is Batman doing in my garage? And by the way, like they talked apparently for like 15 minutes, like just hanging out. Like that was the thing, is he would talk to anybody. You would think you knew him. Like you talked to him for 2 minutes, you would think are we long lost friends? You know what I mean? Like that's the type of personality he had.
As soon as you heard that voice is completely unique.
Hey, man. Hey,
way down a southern drawl. It's like a southern drawl. I mean, it's something completely different. And can you? Hey, I can't do it, but whatever. If you walked in, you're like, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm just here in the garage trying to take a little break. It's raining outside. Can't you see that?
Piece of work.
Anyway,
and you want to celebrate his life Sunday? You know, I'm sure, Mackie, you guys have something on your socials for that as well.
Definitely.
Like I said, thoughts and prayers with his family. And so we're going to wrap it up. Edgar, man, we'll start with you since you're the outcast being all the way over there in L.A. You know, how can people find you if they want to follow and learn all about the L.A. Galaxy news?
You guys can find me Twitter, X, whatever it's called these days, and Instagram as Edgar Nags. You see my my socials right there. But yeah, thank you guys so much, man. We really appreciate having me as a guest. I really appreciate it, and I'm really looking forward to having both of y'all on our show later this week. So.
That's right. That's right.
And nice to meet you, Mac. By the way, my condolences.
Thank you, man.
Nice friends to cancer, and it never gets any easier.
No, it's horrible. But I'll say this, Edgar. I hope you have a great rest of the season, except Saturday night, brother. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mac. If people don't already know, how do they find you, man?
JT's my hype man. He said it beautifully. 92.7 WFNZ. Check us out in the mornings, man. We have fun. We will talk Charlotte FC. We will complain about the Panthers and the Hornets. We will goof off. So tune in if you want to have a good time.
That's it. And JT, man, how can everybody find us?
At CLTFC Fan TV. For the fans, by the fans. Damn it. Thank everyone for showing up tonight. And let's keep it going. We'll see you out there at the bank. Matt, get some sleep. I know you get up super early. Edgar, feed that dog, man. The dog needs some more treats.
Oh. I gotta take her for a walk right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh.